everyone, I'm Jessica and welcome to the Valentine's edition of Premium Sports. I'll hand over to the guys, CJ, Bolu and Kingsley. Happy Lovers Day.
Thank you so very much, the super wonderful Jessica. And for all of you who have been wondering who is Jessica, you get to meet Jessica on the special edition of Premium Sports on PBO TV. It's the Love Edition, it's the Valentine Edition, and we've got something special for you. We had to go bring the best, yes, if not one of the best, when it comes to a particular sport on this show today. You get to hear from her. Yes, her. I'm tired of seeing all of these men on the show. We also had to spice it up with Jessica and another female analyst on the show. Welcome on board. I'm the amazing Kingsley, and it's good to have these guys here, but it's better to have the ladies on the show too. Good guys, how you doing?
Yeah,
good.
We will not beef you yet.
Good guys, how you doing?
No problem.
I've been the advocate for Jessica on shows. Jessica and okay, you switch positions to sit behind Jessica. I pushed it to one side. Now you went back. God is watching.
No problem. That's why I said we are not beefing him yet.
No.
For those of you who you get to follow the show, you understand that myself, Jessica, and our surprise guest, we are putting on a certain color, and these two, they are on a color too, so they did and co. So you understand that they are not a part of us.
But you remember the watch you used one time for Jessica?
We are not on the same show. I'm focused.
Okay, we are focused.
Jessica needs the viewers need to look at me well. I'm not focused.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll just do a break, and then when we come back, I'll rush up with these guys because I can't wait to have our special guest on set. It's the Valentine edition of Premium Sports on PBO TV. Welcome, guys. I'll be back after the break. Welcome back, guys. Yes, it's still the special edition of Premium Sport on PBO TV. Let's dive into it real quick. Let's do our news beat, and then I get to talk to the guys, Bolu Omoniyi and Chijoke Ezeali. They are on the show today as part-time analysts. Our main analyst will be unveiled in a bit. News beat. Olympic boxing champion Iman Khalif has declared that she is not going anywhere after legal action was launched against the International Olympic Committee for allowing her to compete this week. The International Boxing Association (IBA) said it had filed a complaint with the Swiss Attorney General citing safety concerns over gender eligibility. Khalif, who competed at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and who is also a World Championship silver medalist, has always insisted she is eligible for the women's competition when it comes to all of these issues based on testosterone, and that we'll find a solution to it very, very soon. And we'll do more boxing. Former heavyweight contender David Price is not convinced that Tyson Fury has truly retired from boxing and shared his thoughts on how a potential fight with Anthony Joshua would unfold. I think every one of us, we are really, really waiting for that. Fury announced his retirement last month, weeks after consecutive losses to Alexander Usyk. And Price, however, is not convinced. He said, and I quote, "I took his retirement with a pinch of salt." Regarding a potential Fury-Joshua fight, Price believes it will still be a massive stadium sellout. It's still a massive fight. It would easily sell a big stadium. I'll certainly be watching it. They are still in their 30s. They are still in their prime as men, he said. We're done with news beats. After the break, everything Naija football and sport on Naija Flavor. We'll be back. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Naija Flavor right here on Premium Sport on PBO TV with the amazing Kingsley. Bolu Omoniyi is here. CJ is also right here. And don't forget, we've got a special guest on this edition of the show. It's the Love Edition, the Valentine Edition. That's why CJ and Bolu are professing love with a touch of red, on their shirts.
You are professing hatred.
With your full I don't understand.
They're not touching black. It's full blown.
They will see them very soon.
Yeah, that was the plan. Jessica opened the show. She's on black. Our special guest is also on black. So we planned there too.
And interestingly, your special guest is Alhaja, sort of. And male alone. So you are main. You chose one black. You chose another one black. Thank God. Thank God gift is not wearing black. So I'll be 3-1.
But is there anything like black love?
Love is not black. My love is not that.
Love can never be that.
Okay, it's just a color. It's just a color. But then they are trying to deflect the conversation to it being about us. Let's talk about Nigerian players. Terry Murphy returned to first team training for OGC Nice. I think we've had some Nigerians struggle with injury. Ademola Lookman did not get to play for Atalanta. He was in the Magic squad. Also,
Shemia Ajayi is back.
Shemia Ajayi also was on the bench. Was on the bench for his team all through in their championship game. What's his name again? Ian Acho made a move, but they lost in midweek. But you know, as we are prepping for the World Cup qualifiers, I think it's a good one that we're having.
Let's call the players that are playing now. That want to play for World Cup, not those ones.
I saw Onyedika.
Yeah, Rafael
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was brilliant in midweek.
And there are talks that
I think their last group game in the Champions League
he scored against City. He scored against
City. His kilometer covered in the two games he has played in the Champions League is very impressive. For me, that's like optimal. If you want to play a midfielder now, you talked about the not being so much relevant now because of injuries and age.
He can't play alone anymore.
Onyedika comes
if you're playing he needs someone
handy.
Along with him, and Onyedika is a man that can
comes in very handy.
That job. Playing in the Champions League is like the heights. I've listened to interviews from top players, even the ones that are not elite. I listened to the interview of what's the name, Victor, that plays for Sparta Prague. He said, watching Champions League going up on TV viewing center, then playing inside, it's a different
ball
feel
game.
entirely. Then you are playing regular for any club, any country is good enough. Playing regular for a club that plays in the Champions League is another level entirely. So I think we need all hands on deck, because now that we have a new coach, no matter what, he may still play the same formation, but there's always a different way. You want to convince the manager differently to have a chance of becoming a superstar. So who knows?
And his value has gone up.
Yep,
it might be going to a different league in the summer. So we might be looking at one of our players again going to a very good club.
Okay, there have been talks concerning our midfield. Let's just quickly touch on it before we go into the NPFL. Having Eric Chell, who most likely play 4-4-2, and then some persons are saying, if he plays a 4-4-2, we need just maybe two bodies in that central midfield and defensive midfield. And some persons have been saying, if you need two bodies, you must have Ndidi right there. Why someone said you might not really need Ndidi because of there's this boy also in Getafe, what's his name? Uche Santos is also a midfielder. We just spoke about Onyedika, there's Halassan, there's Dele Bashiru, and there are guys that can run for 90 minutes.
It's interesting you mentioned Chris Santos. I mean, we're not looking at that guy, but if you go to Getafe's page, they celebrate him more than almost every other player.
Yep.
He has scored just 2 goals this season, but he works like a jack. He works, he works so hard for the team. If you get him and Onyedika in our team, maybe we're not looking to concede goals again.
And
ever for the Eagles, it's a good thing.
Since Leicester played in the Championship, indeed, there has been more of
advanced
so
player.
You need someone that indeed is becoming more of what the Declan Rice are now.
Yeah.
Still a defensive midfielder, but not sitting.
Yeah.
They don't get tired. They can run, but you still need someone. You need someone that will do a Mikel Obi. I don't care what goes on in front. Let me just sit back. And Uche can do that without stress. Onyedika can do that without stress. I don't know what Chelsea wants to play, but I feel a 4-4-2 formation. If that's working roughly, we probably won't be crying for midfielders. If you are playing a 3-man midfield, it means you need 3 midfielders. Or 4-4-2, you may even play wingers on your sides, depending on what they can do. So we even plays on the right or left midfield now more for.
We're even lucky. We're even lucky now that our midfielders are ball-playing players. They're not players that if you give them ball in tight spaces, they will be worried. They are very free, and we're just lucky.
I wish Ian Acho is at his best. He would have enjoyed the
exactly. I know you talk about.
And we can bring Ethan and Waneri to play on the right.
Well, we talked about him last week.
Alexi Wobi, Ndidi and Dele Bashiru. No, you can't play Ndidi and Bashiru together. as the only men because
Onyedika.
Yeah, Onyedika and maybe Undidi. But Eric
and
Chel.
Ademola Lookman just play behind Victor Osimhen.
Wow,
Fab.
Great team.
I think we'll win all our 6 World Cup qualifiers.
I pray so.
Okay, good. Let's wrap up.
We pray so.
Let's go to the NPFL, Nigerian Premier Football League. But before then, Rangers defender Leon Balogun has denied reports of his retirement from international football. You know, the talks were there. I don't want to go into that. You know what happened? He came out to have a go at the NFL, and then from then on, not been we've not seen him really play for the national team. Although the NFF also did a rebuttal saying that they invited him, I think, once after that period, but that we've not had.
The only ones who knows they invited him. Okay, maybe they play.
Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Wabale has been struggling emotionally after tragically losing both his father and mom within 2 months. And the Chipa United coach Ethabu September says he regretted the decision to play the Nigerian against TS Galaxy after his error led to a goal. I think this is also a position where people are worried about, talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Maduka Akoye, that should be the man that will step in, is having issues with Udinese. They've taken his name off, the club official work because of this gambling and all that. Maybe we'll talk about this next week. We'll really look at goalkeeping options for the Super Eagles. We need to cut Stanley Wabale some slack because you can't tell how people will react to such a loss, losing your dad and your mom. Now, if there's no Wabale, there's no Okoye. Who do we fall back on? We'll have that conversation next week.
We don't even know where it was.
We'll have that conversation next week on the show. Let's wrap up Niger Flavor with the NPFL. It looks like Remo Stars title now to lose. I've had this conversation on
last week.
Shooting lost to Para. I don't know where United got their form from. 6 wins on the bounce and they've not considered 6 games at home.
They ended Shooting's 8-game unbeaten run.
And after the unbeaten, Shooting drew just once. I think they won.
Yeah, they won 7.
Wow. Para United beating Shooting Stars.
And some people say Serie A is competitive. Premier League compete what?
You know we said it on the show that the NPFL is the hardest league to play in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the hardest. Imagine Imba winning away 2 weeks ago and losing back to back.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And then Aqua United last week on this show, we were talking about them.
Going down and they won.
And right now, they've moved 2 places ahead because I'm looking at the bottom 4. We have Sunshine Stars 24 points, Aqua United 23, Nasarawa 22, Lobby Stars 21. And top of the league,
Remo Stars before you manager.
And Amokachi is part of the
Amokachi is the technical advisor.
That's good.
With the foreign coach.
Remo Stars are top of the league, 48 points, 3SC 40, Rivers 38, Abia Warriors 36. We are done with Niger Flavor. We'll come back and then we'll do Euro Focus before I unveil our special guest. To be back. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Euro Focus, and we'll just quickly look at the UEFA Champions League. I think that's the biggest. We can chill for the Thursday night boys. No matter who's wearing their jersey on the show, we'll just talk about the Champions League. That's the creme de la creme of club football.
Kai, wait first.
I promise I won't banter. No problem. Let's go.
Oh, he's man.
I know. But
key results: PSG sucked the life out of Brest.
Yeah.
At
3 points.
Backyard. Yeah, and then
Brest were so flat in that particular game.
Yes, absolutely.
So flat.
They were very.
They tried
flat.
everything to do to be fair, but
no.
Fell down flat.
And
And in their house,
yes, at home.
They played at home, but they couldn't take care. PSG were too hard on them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And PSG's press was so tight.
Yeah.
It just sucked the life out of them.
Absolutely. Brest 0, PSG 3. I think the other team also that did so well away from home, Dortmund beating Sporting Lisbon 3-0. Let's start from those 2 results. Is it all over for Brest and Sporting Lisbon?
Brest have had a good journey. They've tore far and wide. They've played big, they've played small, but it feels the journey is over. No matter what they bring home, nobody's coming to press on them at home again. At least finally the Brest can rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So PSG are done.
We said it now. So when it gets to this stage, the big boys,
the boys from the rest,
come up. Yeah.
Okay, it will just be a bit sad for the ones who have enjoyed the Brest journey.
Our favorite team.
Yes, their favorite team in
our favorite
the
team.
UEFA Champions League. I think for Sporting also
it's gone. Sporting have not won a single game since Amorim left them in the Champions League.
Now let's look at the teams that won at home. Juventus beat PSV at home. And then also we had a Club Brugge beat Atalanta 2-1. Feyenoord beat AC Milan by 1-0. Let's look at those games. AC Milan return leg, you think they can get the job done? There's also Atalanta and then PSV.
I think I agree first of all with Gasperini. That penalty was a terrible call. The 90th minute penalty for Club Brugge was a terrible call that had the referee and VAR involved as well. And for Milan, I've seen loads of the fans blaming Magnan for the goal. Yeah, it was a goalkeeping error in the 3rd minute of the game. What happened to the remaining 87 minutes was at the time? You have Rafael Leao got a through ball running from the midfield alone. They got close to him, stopped him from scoring. So why are you not calling out the player? I'm not absorbing the goalkeeper of his blame. That was a terrible attempt at saving a ball that went, but the team was poor overall, and that's why they couldn't win. But they're going to San Siro for second leg, so it's still not bad. Just 1-0. Same situation with Atalanta, just 1 goal match, and now there's nothing like a away goals rule. So whatever you do, you drag yourself into extra time and penalty, but the two teams can still pull through. But Feyenoord have shown so far in the Champions League this year that we are here to compete. Remember, they were 3-0 down against Man City. They came back to win. They beat Bayern after that one, so they know what to do. They know what they are doing.
For Feyenoord, AC Milan went to pick their striker, Santiago.
Good point. I think that's where the second leg will be tough for them, because at San Siro to be difficult for any team actually. But for Feyenoord, they've been very good. They score loads of goals in the Champions League. They're not doing so well domestically, but for the Champions League, they do very well. But selling Jimenez, a very prolific striker, sweet striker, I think it will affect them for this return leg, because the first leg they would have scored more than 1 goal. It showed clearly that they were missing and their focal point. So AS Milan going through Pulisic, Leao, the Chelsea man, they took just too much. I love it. Just mention the player I love. I will not go into that. We will talk about that later.
That's
super player. Exactly. Especially if you like midfielders. And for Juventus, I was surprised by their results. I don't know they won, but I was so shocked. They won 3-1 for him scoring 3 goals against PSV. It's even a shock for me, because they've not played well in this stage of the competition for a long time, and for them getting that result, it's good for them. Now they can't even lose it, so they can't blow it now. Let them go through to the quarterfinals, and let's see how it goes from there.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, if you're an Arsenal fan, which our special guest is, Arsenal will get to play against the winners, Feyenoord, AC Milan, Juventus, PSV. So Arsenal, just have your eyes on that particular, or those 2 fixtures. Finally, guys, before I let you guys go, and then I have a special guest. Bayern are beating Celtic away from, so you believe that they'll just complete the job at the Allianz Arena. Is it also over for Man City?
Let me not answer that, because it's Real Madrid first.
But
now,
right.
What I'm saying, okay. What I'm trying to say is, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how City lost that game, and the one thing I could come up with is Real Madrid were just being Real Madrid, because they had so many injuries, so many wrong combinations, not by Marcelotti standard. They are wrong pairing positions. And they still managed to grab the result. I was watching the first time, and I'd be like, City will win this match easily. And it got to the second half, and it looked immediately as if Madrid players were possessed. And I was looking at the team and like, you can't play a Champions League game with just 4 attacking players. Because for a long period of this game, it looked as if it was Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Bellingham that were playing against the whole of Manchester City team. And it's a worry for me now, because Real Madrid, if they continue playing like this, they might just win the Champions League again. And it's a big worry for me, because I don't want that to happen. Yeah, because it's like when they hear the Champions League song, something just switches about them.
They had a very
how could you play a team without Rudiger?
No Militao.
Alaba has never been fit.
Was Mendy.
Carvajal has never played. Their favorite right back, one of the best players in the world last season. He has not played this. How do you manage? Your midfield combination is just awful. I don't know how you play without midfield combination that still win the game.
Bellingham at least says Kamavinga energy.
Is it over for City?
I think it will be difficult for City to win in the return leg.
People will tell you football anything is possible, but based on what we see City do. City have led games even in the Champions League that they failed to win. We saw PSG, we saw Feyenoord, like we mentioned earlier, and Real Madrid, they don't care how they play, they just want to win.
Yes,
and that incidentally was City's best performance for a while.
Yes,
they tried to cool everything down. Real Madrid kept, like CJ rightly mentioned, those 4 guys, they kept running. Then when Camavinga started joining the push, problem started because City couldn't get 2-3 passes.
Yeah,
everyone is just running at you. And the third thing is the same problem Madrid have had in all the big games. Before you score them first, they would have had 2-3 clear-cut chances to have scored. Madrid could have scored 5-6 in that game in the Champions League. Obviously, the same chances will still happen. It's obvious City have lost their mental strength. It feels Pep Guardiola have lost the same, because I saw Pep, except for injury, we don't know if he got injured, but when he removed Akanji at halftime to bring in Rico Lewis, I said to myself, this guy will be cooked.
Yeah.
Although I'm not blaming him for that third goal, I blame
people were saying this because of that substitution. That's why Madrid won, and I'd be like, if you've not been watching,
even before then, Madrid are probably the best second half team this season.
Exactly. So
they may not score anything first half, then second half they come like they've gone inside to take some people. I think it's done for Man City, because now they have to beat Madrid by 2 clear goals or win one and force extra time. Which
then for the Bayern, just one thing I have to say, Olisa. Respect.
Genetro missed out on that particular player. Okay, guys. Juventus beat PSV 2-1. In the Champions League, and then that we saw that same kind of result across board in other games like Bayern did and other teams. We'll do a quick break, and then after the break, you have to see our special guest to be back. Welcome back, guys. Yes, as we promised, a special edition of Premium Sport on PBO TV. This is the love edition, the Valentine edition, and you can't talk about Valentine without having, the ladies, especially the beautiful ones, in the house. You saw the introduction of our show earlier on by the most popular one, Jessica, and then I presented to you when it comes to Formula One. You can take this to the bank. I don't think we have so many persons who can break down and analyze that sport than this lady on this set. It's good to have her. I call her Sweet Yemi. She says she doesn't want to be calling her Sweet Yemi, but it's good to have you on the show.
Well, I don't even know. So I'm very honored to be here. With the hype that I was hearing when you were with your guy, I was like, now wow, all these special guests. But yeah, it's nice. It's very, very good to be here. And yeah, it's the month of love. So I came to show you this bit of love. So,
okay, yeah. She came to show us a bit.
Although I'm not wearing the colors. CJ and Bolu did that for us.
Yeah, they are the lovers.
Yeah, they are the lovers.
Okay.
We are the
Okay, we are just supporting them.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Okay, good. Before we get into Formula One, I'm going to touch Yemi where it might just pinch her a bit. January transfer window. Clubs were supposed to make buys for those who needed reinforcement. Man City did. Omar Mamouche, Gonzalez went for defenders. Two defenders. Aston Villa sold John Duran.
Excellent.
And then brought in Rashford, brought in Asensio, and a few other guys. And even what was that guy from the Dutch league? They brought in another striker. His name just skips my mind now. Arsenal coming into January did not have a recognized striker. Gabriel Jesus was out injured. Only Kai Havertz. And Arsenal did not
had their best player injured, by the way, as well.
Saka was injured. Yeah. No, you say had our. But
I heard when he said Arsenal. I said
you are no longer an Arsenal fan.
Ex-Arsenal fan, at least for this season.
Ex-Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I resume the next. What's the date for next season? 2025, 2026.
Yes, we'll start in August.
That's when I'll be.
Oh, wow.
Right now, I'm a retired fan.
Okay. If you are a guy and you are heartbroken, just have it in mind that Yemi renounced Arsenal on this show.
I'm going to Should I tell you the day I decided that me and Arsenal this season it's like it's not going to work. When did the summer transfer window close? September 30th.
Yes.
That was the day.
They brought in Raheem Sterling.
That was the day I was like,
Raheem Sterling.
It's like me and this team.
Multiple.
It's like we are not on the same path.
Multiple Premier League
winner. We don't know what we are doing. And that was the day I decided that, you know what, whatever happens this 2024-2025 season with Arsenal, count me out. They won Man City 5-1 for me. I appreciate that. That's enough for me. I already denounced them on September 30th. But the fact that they won Man City, just a little bit of added bonus. We meet again next season because, I'm sure you and someone else, other than your roots, are the ones that have suffered the most from my ranting. And I'm not going to lie, this season has been... I came into the season with so much optimism. I was like, okay, they did so well last year. They had like they just lost the league by 2 points. Best defense, one of the best attacks. I was like, oh my god, this season we are going into it with fire. We are going to win. When I saw that chance, I'm like, I said,
Raheem Sterling.
I was
of all players.
Some people were thinking that. Some people were trying to obviously the ultra positive. I'm not a positive fan at all. I look for any excuse to hit on Arteta. So the ultra positive fans were like, do you know who Sterling? I was like, if a Sterling could not cut it at Chelsea, at Chelsea Football Club, that are in a rebuilding process, have youngsters that we've not heard their name before.
Yes. In
the team.
Yeah.
But a certain Raheem Sterling, one of the most well-known names in England for the past couple of years, he could not make it there. What makes you think he's going to make it as a team that is trying to go for the title? The team that has been the second best team, or like one of the best teams in the league for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
What makes you think he's going to cut it out? And I was like, I think the most annoying thing is that they probably won't have signed Sterling if not for the fact that Chelsea probably begged them to sign Sterling. So signing Sterling was even like, oh please, let's just take him. They will not have signed any attacker at all. Wow. I looked at that team. I was like, it looked at that team. Smith Rowe,
Nketiah, Reece Nelson.
Sold all these players.
Marquinhos also. I think Marquinhos also
sent this guy on loan. What's his name? Fabio. What's that?
Oh yeah, Fabio Vieira.
Vieira sent him on loan.
Porto.
Sent all your attackers. I don't know. Mikel Arteta. How do you think they win games? How do you think they win games? Do you think your defenders are just going to lock your defense and then your attacker you are not going to have any attackers and then you're going to win? If you have an excellent defense and you have nobody to score for you, I can assure you the only thing you're going to get is one point. When you want to win games, you need someone that will score goals for you. You look at all this and you're like, you know what? Kai Havertz can do it. I don't know what was going through that man's mind. I don't know what was going through his mind. But I just knew when that September window, I was like,
we're done.
This team.
We're done.
Now my optimism, my high expectations
deflated.
For this season, completely deflated, and it's very disappointing. As in all jokes aside, because you cannot have a team that performed so well last season, and then fail them by not giving them the proper reinforcement. Every single person under the sky knew that what Arsenal needed to take it over the line was a striker. Like a striker that will be the difference in the game. The striker that will make the difference. That will make your team better. That striker is not Kai Havertz, please. We all know this.
Now
he can maybe he's going to be once in a while bring a couple of things. But he's not the players. Now even the Kai Havertz is injured.
God bless you. I was going there. That
even the Kai Havertz is injured.
Saka is injured.
Martinelli is injured. Gabriel Jesus is out for the whole season. Kai is out for the whole season.
So let me tell you your front three. Your front three or your ex front three. Trossard, Sterling, Nwaneri. And you are still in you're still in the Champions League and the league 7 points behind.
You know
Liverpool. Is Arsenal season over?
Completely.
Wow.
Completely, because it's not even about. I don't like to be. I don't like that. So
completely.
They are falsely optimistic. I mean, they may not completely capitulate. I don't expect them to capitulate completely and perform horribly. But I don't think that what we expect from them or what we expected from them coming into the season, I don't think they'll be able to achieve that. I think the chance for them to achieve it was they completely flopped their line in the summer transfer. They had the winter to do something.
Correct the mistake.
But you know how do you want to correct the mistake during the winter? Because how many, and then they went for Oli Watkins. I don't know whether it was a joke, whether they were joking. They were trying to prank
60 million.
They were pranking Aston Villa because I don't think I don't think you seriously think Aston Villa would sell one of their best players.
They sold John Duran. 70 million euros. So why would they sell
for money in the league? The thing that will sell to you in the same league as them. They sell to Anasu. Don't Anasu is like get their money.
Yeah.
So that I found that ridiculous. And even if Havertz was not injured, they needed to sign reinforcement. It was very necessary. But like, who wants to sell for them? I was telling them. I was like, I hope nobody sells.
Omar
Mamouche, yes.
AC Milan got Santiago Jimenez. So
Arsenal could not find a striker. My team could not find an attacker. There was no attacker good enough for us. So now we just won't have any. We just, I'm so hard on Kai Havertz, but as hard as Arsenal fans are, me included, it's still the highest goal scorer for Arsenal this season. 15 goals. 15 goals. Yeah. He's still a player that at least when he's on the pitch,
he gives his all.
He does something. Yeah. But now we won't even have that. So let's all just watch the last games of the season with 14 games to go. Completely unattached. Let's disengage. Just say, you know what? Just do your best. Let's wrap it up. Try to make that top 4. Push it towards that. But that league, It's not happening. And I'm going to be the first. I don't know if I'm the first. Congratulations, Liverpool, for winning the league this season.
You are the first.
Oh yeah, I'm congratulating them in advance. I don't think they will. No matter how hard they try to fluff it up, I can assure you that the team that is supposed to take advantage, they are not ready to. So good luck to you.
Okay,
very happy for them.
According to, I think it's Opta or thereabout. I saw that earlier.
The chances,
today,
right?
Liverpool's chances of winning
is now
league,
70. How many percent?
No, it's 88.6 or thereabout. Arsenal 88.7 or so. Arsenal 11.6 chances.
Very generous. 11 points. Wow.
11 points. That's above 10%.
Very high.
It's just 7 points. But do you think now? Let's flip it a bit. Do you think if it were Man City chasing Liverpool, 7 points behind Liverpool, would they give Man City 11.6?
It would probably be like 50 at least. Because Man City is different from us, and they've done the time without numbers. So, I mean, maybe if Havertz was not injured, maybe I would have had a bit of hope in my heart.
Maybe if they are able to see at Saka.
Just reluctantly, I'll have a reluctant hope in my heart that maybe they can do something, but I just don't see them doing it. And also because a certain man is on fire, best player of this season so far, Mo Salah, is not stopping. He had a goal and an assist yesterday as well. Yeah. Excellent player. So,
okay. Now let's look at we know the league you have said is over, but Arsenal should make the top 4.
Oh yeah, I mean they should try. Yeah, they should be able to do that.
It should make the top 4 at least. Barest minimum.
Yeah,
right
that's
now
barest
where they are.
this
Now let's look at the UEFA Champions League. I mentioned earlier while I was with the guys that Arsenal get to play against either a Juve or PSV or Feyenoord or AC Milan. These 4 teams. You see Arsenal getting past any one of them.
In the state that they are in now, with barely any attackers, or maybe if Saka comes back before then. But even at that, it's still very, very. I will not hold my breath, to be honest. If they're able to make it past this round of 16, the quarterfinals, I think that.
Yeah, it will be in the round of 16. So it will be if Arsenal can get to beat either Feyenoord or AC Milan or Juventus or PSV, they move into the quarterfinals. At that point, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but I won't hold my breath, to be honest. If they can't do it in the league, why do I think they'll do it in the Champions League?
The Champions is a one-off. I think there are 2 or 3 teams right now in the Champions League that you can say maybe look better than Arsenal, maybe heads and shoulders. Real Madrid, maybe you can bring in PSG. They're doing something fantastic. And then maybe a Bayern because they have Arsenal's number. Aside from these 3 teams, I think Arsenal can hold their own against every other team.
We'll have to see, but I'm not even going to lie. I am an eternal pessimist, so
okay.
In this case, I don't see.
She doesn't really believe in
at all. I don't believe at all. Yeah.
Well, you can't blame me.
Someone called me a fair weather fan. I said, I am. Yeah. I've been a fan for over almost 20 years now, but I am a fair weather fan because I am against Arsenal this season.
Okay, good. If you think Yemi doesn't really love Mikel Arteta, maybe you have not been following me. I put my integrity on the line quite a number of times.
Mikel Arteta?
Yes, I said he won't make top 4 at some point.
Yeah, you actually test him actually.
Yes, and I'll present my show on my boxers.
and Arteta did not disappoint.
Yes, Arteta couldn't even make people get to see me
I did not. Boxers. And we're looking forward to it, but you had to do Arteta.
Okay, crazy. These people are looking forward to seeing me on my boxers.
Unfortunately, and then Arteta just messed it up for us. That was 2021.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. You've heard from her. She just did football. Now, sit back, relax, because Yemi is going to take us through what we should expect in Formula 1. Don't forget what I told you earlier. If we have analysts when it comes to Formula 1, then this is one special analyst. Yemi, the big news from last year down to the beginning of this season is
obviously
Hamilton,
the greatest of all time.
Your guy.
Yeah, my idol.
Yeah.
You said I'm sitting down properly. Because I'm talking about the Sir Lewis Carl Hamilton.
Going to Ferrari.
Be representing the greatest team in Formula 1.
What should we expect this season?
We are going for the Constructors' Championship. We are going for the Drivers' Championship. And
when you say we,
I mean Ferrari. I was a Mercedes fan last season, but you know what? I moved with my goats. Yeah, I have to.
Okay.
I just have to, and also I was a little. I'm not even going to lie. When that move was announced, I was like, And when we saw the first pictures of him the first videos of him in Ferrari, I was like, okay. But the minute I saw him wearing that Ferrari, I was like, yes. I am Ferrari right now.
Okay.
My blood is Ferrari.
Team Ferrari.
Every single thing about me is Ferrari. I'll start wearing red everywhere. Okay. So yeah, obviously that's literally like going into this season. That's the biggest news. The fact that Lewis Hamilton will be driving for Ferrari, and obviously what to expect. What to expect basically is the barest minimum, and that is Ferrari's first constructors championship since 2008. The last time they won it was 2008. 2008. The last time they won a driver championship was 2007, courtesy of Kimi Raikkonen. So going into this season, when you have two of the best drivers on the grid, you have Lewis Hamilton, the drivers with the most wins, the most driver championship, the most wins, every single thing is going to be driving for you. And then coupled with a rising talent in Charles Leclerc, you expect that what the team should be able to achieve at least is to. You are not going there and be behaving like Aston Martin. No, you are going there to win the races. You are going there to win the Constructors' Championship. And then we'll look at the fact that last season they finished second. They finished with, I think, 652 points behind the eventual winners, McLaren, who are 666. So they, I think, just 14 point difference. So they came really close to winning the Constructors last year. So it's not right now, they'll be thinking now, if we came really close last year, we can go all the way this year. And then when you have Lewis Hamilton, I mean, it's not even, no matter how the past couple of years have been for him, it has been a little bit difficult for him, but it's still Lewis Hamilton. He's still the best driver
ever.
He's the greatest of all time for a reason. So when you have that those two drivers, you expect that the minimum is for you to go for that. It's not even a while, but that is what it's not debatable. You have to get that constructors, and I think that's the reason why Ferrari did everything possible they could to get Lewis Hamilton. From what I heard, they've been trying to get him for years, and he has always been loyal to Mercedes. But I think when he saw that the pattern is like the way I disassociated from Arsenal, it's the same way. Was like, no, these people know what they are doing. And so I think that's how we decided that, let me just take this Ferrari and let me move to Ferrari. That was the biggest news last year, and we're going to see it in action this year, and I fully expect them to go for the drivers and the constructors championship. That's what I'm.
So Jamie, your smart money is on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just okay. Now, I'm trying to be very, very. Aside, let's remove the fact that I'm now a Ferrari fan.
A Ferrari.
I'm not a Ferrari. I'm not a Tifosi. Let's move the fact. Now let's look at the teams that are the four best teams on the grid. You have Mercedes. Yes, they've been very terrible this past couple of years, but they are still Mercedes. They're still the most successful team in the past 10 years. You have Red Bull, who won the Drivers' Championship last year, courtesy of Max Verstappen. You have the team who won the Constructors last year, that's McLaren. And then you have Ferrari. Now look at the drivers of those teams. You have George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, a rookie, by the way, for Mercedes. George Russell alone is not even the driver that I would think that is going to achieve. No, he's a good driver, he's a decent driver, but he just does not have that thing that makes you. He's not like a Max Verstappen. He's very, very different from Max Verstappen. So he's a good driver, but he's not good enough for you to think that this is going to push this team over the line. Yes. No. So yeah, he's paired up with the Kimi Antonelli, who is a rookie. We will expect to make rookie mistakes. That's just to be honest. We have a Max Verstappen who is pairing up with a rookie in Liam Lawson. And I mean, to be honest, Max Verstappen has been the only driver for Red Bull this past season. Yes. I'm not even going to lie. Every single thing they've won, he has been the only driver. So it's not going to be a difference that is paired up with Liam Lawson. But then you also look at the fact that Red Bull really struggled last season. They struggled a lot. It was just the brilliance of Max Verstappen. It was cost of his brilliance. That was how he got this driver's championship. Yeah, sure. And then you now look at McLaren, who have Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Two very good drivers, I think. Two very good drivers. I'm eyeing Oscar Piastri as a potential world winner, a world championship later, not right now. You have that, and then you now have Ferrari duo of Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. On paper, they look to be the strongest team. They look to be the strongest team, and nothing should stop them from going all the way. Then you look at other drivers, other teams. There's Aston Martin, who has this Red Bull, this guy that moved from Red Bull. I don't know why I've forgotten his name right now. So, they may be able to muster up a challenge, but nobody right now, currently on paper, looks as good as Ferrari. So I expect that's why Ferrari has been dropping content. They know that the team that they have, they know that this season we are hot. And so so I fully expect Ferrari to not disappoint, because I mean when Ferrari do Ferrari things, they can be quite disappointing. But I think they were able to let go of that part of their past last season, perform above my expectations. Especially the last couple of races last season, where they came very close to winning the construction. So what I want to say that right now, all of my money is on the fact that Ferrari they will go for it, and that there will be the constructors, the driver championship. Now, which driver do I think is going to win? That is the main question. But for the constructors, at least
Ferrari should win.
At least, as in, and then, but also to be honest, McLaren as well, because they've been excellent. They were excellent last season. They'll probably be pursuing that excellence going into this season. So yeah, that was like this season. I'm just like, yes, Forza Ferrari, basically.
Forza Ferrari.
But
Hamilton, Leclerc, who your money behind?
Before who else?
Hamilton.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, you just heard from her. We can do this all day. Just put a camera on Sweet Amy and you could be listening to her talk Formula One. But we'll try as much as possible to bring her back when the season, gets into full swing. Thank you so much for being.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for having me.
In fact, I feel every week should be Valentine's, so that we can get to have you and then Jessica.
Unfortunately, it won't be Valentine's. That's the case.
It won't be. But we'll try to bring you on board. Maybe when we have the first race, we should have something.
Oh yeah, of course.
Really,
but we can know when. Then my predictions will start coming to fruition. We'll start saying, okay, this team was the better one. This one, just to give us an idea of how the whole season will be. But right now,
Team Ferrari, Team Hamilton.
Forever.
All right, thank you so much. Before I let you go, Yemi, I just want to ask you this question.
Okay.
You are in Nigeria. Before you talk about Arsenal and Formula One,
yeah,
we have a new coach.
Eric Chell. Yeah.
How successful do you think he will be? Before I let you go.
To be honest, I don't really expect too much from. I don't expect him to do better than what was the name of the last person that we had?
Bolu's friend.
Why?
Bolu, what's the name of your friend?
What's the name of our Pesero? Also Pesero, because also Pesero performed. I mean, last year, this time last year, I think we were on a high because he surpassed all our expectations. I think the best minimum for him is to get us into the World Cup, because missing the World Cup in December, we're not Ghana, please. We're not Ghana.
Okay, we're not Ghana.
Although they did qualify last year, so I don't know why I'm dragging them. But yes, so that's the barest minimum. Try to qualify them for the World Cup and don't embarrass us too much at the World Cup. To be honest, I'm not even going to maybe win the AFCON. I'm not going to I don't have so much expectations on any Nigerian coach. If you go there and you do exceptionally well, wow. But if you don't do great, I was not expecting anything different.
Keep our expectations minimal.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so very much. I would have loved to just maybe wrap up the show with Sweet Amy and not have those two.
You have to bring your
yes, come back.
Your people back
the show. But Yemi, it's good to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so very much for being on the show, guys. We'll do a short break and then I'll come back to Get Stressed by Bolu and CJ. We'll be back. Welcome back, guys. Yes, so good to have that Real Madrid kind of feeling. But I need to continue with the Arsenal or United kind of feeling right now with the guys for FPL. Welcome back, Bodo Money. Welcome back, TJ Kezali. How did you guys feel, being on the other side?
Oh yeah, Arsenal welcoming United and Real Madrid. It's understandable. Kissy would do face like this. You see whom I was seeing.
He was smiling.
Oh, through. And it is good to have I don't even know if I should call her sweet Yemi or Alaja Yemi.
She's actually sweet.
Arsenal when they were talking about Arsenal, her face was. Then it got to Formula One. Boom! You could see the glow. You could see the smile. Hamilton, if you don't win Formula One this year, I will reach your house. But it's good when you have people who know what they are doing. Or like, okay, Ateta should know what he's doing. But at least
he doesn't. Let me put that.
Maybe like she was frowning in that period.
You stoked Kingsley. We'll not finish the show today.
Oh no, I just want to mention Yemi's at least a different thing entirely. Formula One, and I think it felt like she didn't want to leave. Because she just kept going. Then when we left from good news, we went from bad news, Arsenal, to good news from now. They get this bag. She didn't even remember the coach's name. I Kingsley knew the name, but he forgot because he saw a woman on set. He only sees Jessica behind the scene. But now, woman was doing. He even sent us away. I'm not supposed to come back, but we got to do what we
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. He even selected the outfit.
Exactly.
Selected the outfit. He came on
behind us and told us where
Jessica. That is was Valentine.
He removed your chair from the set.
Can you imagine?
That's how lovers nag. That's
how champions do. Champions League winners when things don't work well.
Lovers are nagging. Guys, let's do Fantasy Premier League.
Triple captain Kai Havertz.
Sorry. After this weekend, we are going to remove this segment from this show Bolo and CJ will be having the segment together. I'm depressed.
Disaster.
I'm sad.
I can Arsenal fan, so next season
on
I'll
the
be.
groups that I found myself, people are having 152 points, 144 points because the triple captain Salah. Those that captain Salah also. But myself, I have Haaland. And guess why I captained? Isak, 2 points.
I've not even checked, but I know I captain Salah. 3 goals and 2 assists, yeah?
I'm in pain.
Oh, wow.
I'm in pain. It's sad. I don't think I can continue again. My mental health is
Nothing do your mental health. Your mental health is like Arsenal next season.
Wrong decisions all the
Wrong
time.
decision. We come back next season.
Yeah, Ateta style.
At least you want some monies in some groups now.
shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the groups I led, I don't wish him.
That's the question.
You want some money.
Let the people believe.
Courtesy of Ateta's formation.
Top transfers in this game week this weekend. Not surprised. Kluivert, Wood, Kekes, Rogers, Mbeumo. I think for Kekes, for Rogers, Aston Villa, they have a double game week. Yeah, they play, I think, Wolves and Liverpool.
I
And
think I'll bring back Oli Watkins.
people already
And
have
sell
Liverpool
Musa.
players, Salah, Gakpo, I have Diaz.
No, I don't have Gakpo.
Diaz is
Yeah, but
useless.
Gabby will be dangerous because it's like he carrying a knock now.
I don't understand that. Let me just bring Oli Watkins.
Yeah, 2 games.
At least he won't go 2 games without scoring.
Wolves, Liverpool. No, Rogers for me is the guy. Am I even captain Rogers?
Rogers is in the midfield now.
Yes,
God.
am I
Yeah,
captain?
but-
And maybe I could sell. And I told you guys I'm selling Palmer this weekend. So if I sell Palmer, I could bring Rogers.
But
And
I
I have
think it's the
Rogers.
wrong decision, Shao.
That's Palmer. Even that last season I was blue. I have a feeling his off season will come. But never. Now that they don't even have striker, who we passed to him? Remember his best friend was Jackson.
Mr.
He was
Jackson.
even eulogizing him off. Even they ended up losing that match with Jackson missing goals.
Yeah.
But she, Jackson's a great.
But I'm surprised people sold actually Mbeumo.
Okay.
And
Mbeumo not
and
the
buying him back. Yeah,
I'm probably
I'm
selling
surprised.
Wissa. And maybe I could. I have 5 transfers, so I could sell Wissa and maybe Palmer, bring Rogers
But
and
Wissa has
Watkins.
been loyal to you. You
Yeah.
have Wissa all through the season.
He must stay there.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking of even the other person I'm thinking of bringing is maybe Woods may go. I may still end up keeping my Wissa.
Because I think
I may be not get to join themselves.
They have a very
Good run of games.
form. That's in Brentford. But while for Nottingham Forest, very
They don't do.
difficult.
They've got to their
just
bus
like
stop.
Manchester City. And then surprise, top transfers out this game week. 3 Newcastle players: Gordon, Hall, Isak.
Maybe because they're playing Man City. That influences
The
decision
strength.
of
That's why I will still
and
keep Ishak.
Ahmad.
coaches.
If they score, Ishak will likely be the goal scorer for them. So I think I'll keep Ishak. But I may have to sell Woods. You don't try. If I'm selling Woods, I'm definitely bringing back Oli Watkins. Now there's no Duran to cause him problems. And Rogers is getting good. One thing he does well, Watkins, even if he doesn't score, he assists
Yes.
as well. And for your double game,
There's a certain
you get more.
Rashford that is motivated.
Be serious.
And
now.
Asensio.
No, serious though.
So Rashford, I didn't start cup.
Okay.
Cup that they didn't play, I didn't
No,
start.
that was his first game actually.
Okay, guys. All right. We're done with FPL. Let's wrap up the show to make you guys make money. Pontas Bank. And I think I want to bank on a team who someone whose team are the most successful in the UEFA Champions League, and they also had a comeback win against Manchester City. I will start with Bolu Omoni, so that even if when you're done with Bolu, you might not need CJ. Let's start Arsenal.
Let's ask Arsenal should win this one straight.
Arsenal don't have attack.
They don't need strikers to beat Leicester.
Okay, good. West Ham Brentford.
Oh, West Ham Brentford. I think double chance Brentford.
Double chance Brentford. Aston Villa Ipswich.
Oof, straight win Villa.
Liverpool Wolves.
Liverpool. I think I'll do straight win Liverpool.
Straight win. Osasuna Real Madrid.
That's a scenario. Straight win Real Madrid.
Atletico Celta Vigo.
Let's go say that good. I think over 1.5.
Over 1.5. Villarreal Valencia.
Wherever I had 2 useless. Under 3.5.
Barcelona Rayo Vallecano.
That should be straight. Should be straight for Barcelona.
Bologna Torino.
Bologna, Torino. Bologna win.
Atalanta Cagliari.
It's going to be tough, but Atalanta should still win.
Atalanta should still win. Well, we are saying all of this, having in mind for teams playing the UEFA Champions League knockouts, the playoff, they might want to rest players this weekend. But let's start.
Go and over 2.5.
West Ham Brentford.
West Ham Brentford. Go over 2.5.
Wow. Aston Villa Ipswich.
Aston Villa and over 2.5.
Aston Villa to win and over 2.5. Liverpool Wolves.
Liverpool, straight win.
Straight win. Osasuna, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, of course, and they'll score loads of goals this time.
Atletico Madrid, Celta Vigo.
Atletico Madrid, straight win.
Villarreal, Valencia.
Villarreal, straight win.
Barcelona, Rayo Vallecano.
Barcelona, over 2.5.
Over 2.5. Barcelona win and over 2.5. Bologna, Torino.
Bologna, straight win.
Straight win. Atalanta, Cagliari.
Yeah, over 2.5. Hopefully, Lukman will be back to score the goals.
Okay, good one. Okay, and with that, we've come to the end of this scintillating and the love edition of Premium Sport right here on PBO TV. Thank you so very much, Boluwati Tonishola Omoniye. Thank you so much, Chijoke Ezeali, and to Elijah, who is doing a fantastic job. When you're looking for, an utility man, Elijah is that man, making sure that our visuals and also, our audio comes out wonderfully well. And to Jessica, who opened the show today. Thank you so very much. And not forgetting our special guest, Sweet Yemi. Thank you for being on the show. I'm the amazing Kingsley. I'll see you guys next week.
Premium Box Office TV. Everyone loves premium. Premium Box Office TV is exclusive on StarTimes.